All right. Welcome back to Whiskey Cowboy Live again. I restarted my systems and upgraded my streaming software. So hopefully this is going to take care of everything. We'll let the folks jump on in here. Okay, I'll get this out. Excuse me, I'll get the Zoom room up and running in the background. You won't see it, but hey, there's Judy. Welcome back to the show. Much better? She's saying much better. The Zoom room booted up here. Let's go here. D. Keep talking if you want to. Waiting for folks to pile on in. Pile on in. I don't know where they are. Turn off all of these things for the show, for the Zoom room. Nobody can send apps or collaborate, share notes, or turn video on or anything. Can't do any of that. They can just talk. Pile, not pipe. I mean pile, not pipe. I don't get it. There we go. Okay. I don't get it. What do you mean? What do you mean pile, not pipe? Pile in. They need to pile on in. Pipe on in? No, pile on in. Oh, I just got a nasty message. 2 says your microphone unmuted, has no signal. Oh, autocorrect. Okay. Microphone is unmuted, has no signal. We got signal. You can hear me. 2. You can hear me, right? Tell me you can hear it. Yeah, I guess it says it's muted. It's not muted. It's not muted. They're crazy. All right, now where is everybody? Laurel's usually the first one in. Judy comes in usually half an hour to 45 minutes late. And she came in pretty quick. Not super quick. But the rest aren't here. So how's the sound? Do I have any clipping or popping? Shouldn't have. I turned down the bit rate. She says I'm off nowadays on the weekends. Oh, okay. Oh, so you'd come in after work. She says, no, it sounds good. Good. Today's coffee again, toasted Southern Pecan from Cameron's Coffee. Good stuff. Okay, I'm trying to wait for everybody to start talking, but guess I'll start with my first gripe of the evening. I wrote up today about U.S. District Judge Karen Immergut, who is a Trump appointee. She issued a meaningless temporary restraining order on troops deployment to Oregon, which is set to expire October 18th. That was my opening. So it's a meaningless temporary restraining order for troop movements. Then I explained, because judges do not have the authority to affect military maneuvers. They got no authority. They can't say do it, and they can't say don't do it. They got no authority. So her restraining order was meaningless. She can't restrain Trump from activating and moving troops to Oregon. She can't do it. It's impossible. I mean, she can issue the order. It's meaningless because she does not have the authority to interfere in military actions by the president. Okay? Now, I'm not saying I agree with Trump's actions. I'm not saying it's legal for him to do it. I'm saying a judge does not have the authority to put a restraining order on troop movements. There's a difference there. I then went into my article and I explained her reasonings why she put it, because she thinks that what Trump is doing is illegal. I think she's wrong. I think she's wrong. But that said, doesn't matter whether she's wrong or right. Why? Because the premise of my article is she does not have the authority to put a restraining order on the president's actions concerning troop movements. She can't do it. And then I end the article with, let me make this clear once more for the kiddies in the back. Judges do not have the authority to regulate military troop movements. They can rule whether any military action is legal or not, but they have no control over military movements, deployments, operations, either to direct them or to stop them. They can't do it. They can't do it. So then I had people jumping in. One young lady, clearly, she's from the left. I went to her page. She's from the left. Oh, so I suppose that this case here is just, it was just a sitcom, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no. That case is about oversight. Oversight. Yes. Courts have oversight over the president's actions. They have oversight over military actions, i.e., they can examine and they can make a ruling of it. Oversight does not mean they control. Okay? Get this right? I never said that judges do not have oversight or legal jurisdiction to rule whether or not an action is legal or illegal. I said they do not have the authority to restrict troop movements. They can't issue a restraining order restraining the president from doing a gosh darn thing concerning the military. They can't do that. They're not his boss. And they don't control the military. Had another feller, he's been following my content, and he brought up about the laws which prevent, unless Congress authorizes it, military troops being used to enforce laws against civilians. And I'm like, dude, keep it on topic. That's off topic. But this movement here isn't about law enforcement. This movement here, in this case here, is about protecting federal property and federal agents. It's strictly protection. Now, y'all getting this? Y'all still there? I can't trust the numbers popping up and down. Judy, you still there? You still hearing this? Okay, good. So, he goes, no, it is on topic. I responded directly to what you said. It's like, no, you didn't. If you're bringing up law enforcement and you're talking about who is going to do oversight of the military and the president, that's not on topic because that was never even in dispute. The topic was, as I started with and what I ended with, was that a judge cannot legally issue a restraining order preventing the President of the United States from activating troops and moving them for any reason. Any reason. Judges don't have that authority. So no, he did not address and keep it on topic, because the topic was the restraining order. Judges, yes, let me make this clear again. Judges have the constitutional authority. Now, this was a regional judge, though, not SCOTUS. So they can only rule, she could only rule as it pertained to her particular region, which Oregon was part of it. But she can also only rule and give an order on that which she has authority over. She doesn't have authority over the president. She has no authority over the military. She has no authority over military troop movements. She can rule otherwise. Afterwards, Trump moves the troops into Portland, for instance, and he protects the federal building. A judge can rule that's illegal. Fair enough. They had judges for the California thing. Some ruled that it was illegal for Trump to bring troops in. Others ruled that it wasn't. But in either case, who the fuck cares? Because there's no punishment that they can dole out because of it. Judy says they got real comfortable in the last administration doing whatever they wanted. Yeah. And they're ramping it up. And this time, this judge was appointed by Trump. The Trump appointee. These judges don't understand what their role is and what they can and can't do. I got no problem with her ruling that she felt that what Trump was going to do was illegal. Got no problem with her ruling that. Don't care, disagree with her. I had a problem with her issuing a temporary restraining order till the October 18th because she doesn't have the authority to do so. That's what I was posting about. That's what my article was about. Judges do not have the authority to stop troop movements for any reason. None. They can't issue restraining orders against the president and the military in which he is in control of. They can't do it. Or if they do it, it carries no weight of law because they don't have authority. That's what I was writing about. It's not whether I think Trump was right or wrong in what he did. Fine, hash that out in court. In this case, I think he's perfectly within his rights. In the case of California, he was perfectly in his rights. In D.C., to include enforcing laws, he was perfectly in his right because D.C. is a specialized zone, and he is in charge of it. It's different. If you want to argue that, like, let's say you want to argue that Trump does not have the authority, with a caveat. I'll go back to that caveat. Or there's an asterisk there. That Trump cannot unilaterally, on his own, take troops and enforce U.S. laws on citizens. You can argue that outside of D.C. You can argue that. You might have a case. Democrats sure as hell did it, and they did it more than once. A Democrat president mobilized the military to actually enforce laws. Not protect buildings, enforce laws. The left didn't have two hoots of a problem with that one. They didn't care. Okay? But let's go past that. The asterisk in all of this is Congress can give him the authority. So what they do is, just like a president cannot declare war, but he can do military action short of declaring war. You can basically declare war without declaring it. Only Congress can actually declare war. But the president does not need to wait for Congress to take military action on anything. And the left didn't have a damn problem with that when Obama was doing it. They just had a problem when Trump was doing it. Obama did it a hell of a lot more. But back to, if Congress says, okay, we need the U.S. military to go ahead and take care of this otherwise civilian law enforcement matter, the president can do it. He's got full blessing. So let's say the situation with Memphis. Whether the governor gives him permissions or not, I'd say if the governor says go ahead, and especially if a mayor does, by all means, I would think that that's legal. But I'd have to look into it more. But the thing is so far he's just using them for security. And it wasn't really law enforcement, except for in Washington, D.C., which again is a special case. But those things were not things that I was arguing and presenting in my article. My article was simply, yeah, judges do not have the authority to give a standing restraining order against the president mobilizing and moving troops. They don't have any authority. That's all I said. Yeah. Well, there was more there, but it was just, these were some of her reasons for it, which I said I disagreed with. But that aside, that wasn't the thing that I had in contention, because go ahead, rule wherever you want. I wrote an article some time ago. I got to see if I can find it. I couldn't find it today. I looked for it. I couldn't find it. Do you know that the Supreme Court of the United States has no freaking enforcement power? And the judiciary without enforcement power is meaningless without consensus and willing participation. Think about that. Think about that. A judiciary is meaningless without a consensus and willing participation and agreement with its rulings. Think about that. Yeah, that means SCOTUS, whenever they come up with a ruling, if all the states said, fuck you, guess what SCOTUS can do about it? Nothing. If SCOTUS says, oh, the president's been bad, he shouldn't do this, and the president goes, screw you, I'm going to keep doing it, what can SCOTUS do about it? Nothing. They can't do anything. They have no enforcement arm. Things only get done and complied with through willing participation. And a lot of people are like, holy shit. Most people don't even think about that. Yeah, think about it. Think about it. Now, if the president does something wrong and the legislature impeaches him, see, here we go. But see, that ain't SCOTUS. They can impeach him on SCOTUS grounds, but SCOTUS can't do anything. The president has to be impeached. Then when he's impeached, then they have a trial. And in that trial, there can be sentence done, which can everything from removal to imprisonment, and or both. And or nothing. But the judiciary on its own has no power over the president. Judges have no power over the president. SCOTUS has no power over the president. Congress does. People don't think things through. SCOTUS has no power over your life. Why? They don't have an enforcement arm. If every agency out there decided they're not going to enforce what SCOTUS did, there's nothing SCOTUS can do about it. Because they don't work for SCOTUS. Judy says, as it should be. Exactly as it should be. Because what that does is it limits the very thing that happened with Trump when he wasn't in office, using lawfare against him. Then he gets back in office. Oh, all that shit disappears, right? That's right. That's right. Now, we need to get some shit straight so that when he gets out of office, they don't try that crap again. I was like, oh, you're just a Trump sycophant. No, I'm not. I don't even like the feller. I'm a pragmatist. Oh, he's a likable character in some ways, but he's also not in many ways. Drew says, agreed. Don't worry about that. Right. And I hold my views equally. I don't want Obama rung through the mill. I don't want GW or Clinton or keep on going. I don't want any of them rung through the mill. You had your shot at them. You had your shot at them when they were in office. Period. And their shot, and when they're in office, is impeachment. If you can get them impeached and then have a trial, then you can do your shenanigans. If you can't do that, carry the fuck on. We need it for the stability of our nation. It's plain and simple. It's not about politics and personal views. Hey there, Turner. How you doing? Mr. O.T. O'Ryan. All right. Welcome to the show. I had to restart the show. It was something horrible, I guess. Then I rebooted the system and I updated my streaming software. It seems to be doing okay. I haven't had a single drop frame since I restarted. But yeah, people like to confuse issues. It's like, good googly moogly. Don't bring up oversight. Don't bring up what judges can do in oversight in their no. My thing was a judge cannot issue a legally binding restraining order against the president and troop movements. They can't do it. They can't do it. Can you imagine if they could? Holy Toledo. Holy Toledo. You can't do it. Doesn't work that way. And for a reason. Now, if the president does something wrong, yes. And the president doesn't have to check with judges before he does something. The same way he doesn't have to check with Congress before he does something. Now, extended operations, yes. As in extended military operations in a wartime theater. He's got to get approval for that. But immediate actions? No. Never has. Again, nobody had a problem with it. Left didn't have a problem with it when Obama was just droning the shit out of everybody. Holy crap. Man almighty. Stop it. So yeah, this judge does not have the legal authority. Does not have the legal authority to issue a restraining order against President Trump. Just doesn't work that way. But they're going to have to learn the old hard way. Learn the hard way. Left is overjoyed about it. And a bunch of people who weren't reading what I wrote. Oh, how dare you? We got to be able to call Donald Trump on when he does something wrong. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I don't think he has done anything wrong this time. I don't think he has. And I'll be the first, if I think that he oversteps it, to say, yeah, he overstepped it. So far, I don't see it. Don't see it. And that wasn't even what I was talking about. Because the article has absolutely nothing to do with whether or not Trump had the legal authority to do what he's going to do. You can argue that he didn't. Trump doesn't have the right, because that's what the judge argued. He doesn't have the legal authority to do what he's doing. He can't do it. That's her argument. I argue otherwise. But I'm also saying, regardless of that, she doesn't have the legal authority to issue a restraining order against the president and what he does with his troops. Right, wrong, or otherwise. She just doesn't have the authority. And there it is. It's that simple. Just that simple. Okay, we got some more folks in there. Just jump on in and say hey. Hey. Let us know who you are, where you're hailing from, especially if you're new. If you're new here, just say, hey, I'm here from Idaho or Oregon or Washington State or California. Almost an hour into the show. Folks like the content, go ahead and click on the link underneath the show. Go make yourself a one-time donation, or better yet, go ahead and make up a monthly donation. Help keep the show and all content. Most of it goes on Facebook. Lots of it there. Cup of coffee costs $5. I think folks can afford to give me a cup of coffee a month. Maybe not. If you think my content is worth it, little fish that I am, hey, cup of coffee. Two's even better. Doesn't take a lot per person, but it takes a lot of people. So that's what we're going for right now. I do this full time. Just for you. Most days, weekends are a little lighter. Most days, weekdays, Monday through Friday, I'm putting out a dozen to over 20 bits of content every single day. And that's from memes, to blurb posts, to little articles, and full-blown articles. Long reads. And if you didn't see it, you need to go to my page. Because you're probably not getting most of it anyways. But it's there. It's there. And then scroll on down. Keep reading. Now, where is everybody? Come on now. Where's our regulars? Let's see what's going on in Facebook. Yeah, and I put out content starting from dark 30 until I crawl into bed. Sometimes, even when I'm in bed, if something else, I need to get that out there. I'll put it out there for folks. A lot of hours. Field my messages and my emails and questions. I've also started a new thing, and ain't nobody sent an article yet. If you got an article that you think other folks could be about anything, could be about fishing, automobile, polishing hubcaps, I don't care. If you think it's interesting, you wrote it up, you just email it to me at thewhiskeycowboy@gmail.com and say guest article or guest commentator if you want to make a commentation about something. A commentation. If you want to make commentary about something. Guest commentary. And you'll get credit for it if I read through it and I agree enough with it, and I think folks are gonna like it. I'll publish it up for you. You'll have your own spotlight post. So Gonna do that. I got a soap box that I've added up there. It's a soap box post. Blah, 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 blah. Soap box post. And you just anybody underneath it. You wanna say something, you say it. Then folks can talk about it. So we got that. You laughing at me fumbling over my words and tongue-tied. It's a long day. It's a long day, dang it. Monday's around the corner. Yeah, it's just Monday's only 3 hours away from me. I'll be asleep when it rolls in. But yeah, we'll see what's coming up this week. I put up my Lincoln canoe. Yeah, she says Ugh Monday, Judy. Yeah, I put my red Lincoln. Yeah, I've been trying to restore it. Haven't had time. Put that back up in the hoop shed today. And this week I've got to take out my hot rod. It's my North Star Phoenix. Ooh, she's slick. She is a carbon fiber beauty. Super light. She's like 20 pounds or below. I think 18 pounds, something like that. Super light. Super tippy. Super fast. It's not the canoe you hand somebody who ain't been out on a canoe. Or ain't been out on a canoe much. No, they're going to get wet. You got to have some skill. So I don't loan this one out. She ain't very wide. She's pretty narrow. She's I can keep up with the kids in their kayaks. That's how fast she is. And I'm just paddling with one paddle. They got the damn kayak paddles. But yeah, got to take her down, give her a good washing. I took her out this year, but she just got dust all over her. I got to wash her down good. Excuse me, put some more 303 on it, some marine protectant. Make her nice and slick again. And hopefully I'll be able to get out on the water. Because I didn't have any time, and then I broke my rib. She's pretty well healed up now. So I got to get out on the water before I lose the opportunity this year. I got my new truck. I got my new Rex on the truck so I can put the canoe on the top. And I ain't put the canoe on it except for once to just put the canoe on it. That's it. I ain't been out on the water. Delicious. I'll bring over my orca mug. So hopefully I'll be able to get out there. Maybe I'll be able to get out there with the kids. They've been out by themselves. I got myself a spare kayak this year too, so that my youngest, because she has one, so I got a spare one. Is it turning cold at all? Yeah, nights have been cooling off. In the last week, we had a couple cool days. I think one was in the 60s. But yeah, the last couple of days it's been up in the 80s, so we're still back up in the hot. It's hot. But at night it cools down, which is good. I call it the two-season time of year. So you get up in the morning, and you got to put on your fall clothes because it's a bit nippy out there. And then by noon, you're just hot. You need summer clothes after that. So, but if you're not in a no fire zone. Oh, we got a sneeze coming. Oh, excuse me. Good thing we have meat. That was building up. If you're not a no fire time, it's perfect at night for a nice campfire. Oh, here we go again. Oh, goodness. Oh, thank you. My goodness. See, I can sneeze now without killing myself. Oh, last night was horrible. Oh, my goodness. I'm sure I've had these times. My nose didn't know whether it wanted to be clear, be stuffed up, or runny. And then it was like runny and clogged at the same time. How the hell does that work? It's like, it was horrible. It's like, what the heck is going on here? As you can see, I got the sniffles now. Goodness gracious. So, no crackling tonight on the audio. I can't tell until I get done with the show. Like I said, I was after the last thing, I'd boosted the signal. I was doing over 300 bits, and I'm down to 128 or something like that, which is where I should be. That's where I was before when I was doing the show. I think I was just pushing out too high a bit rate for the streaming platform. So the audio, I'm kind of. I mean, at first I was clipping. I was just sending too much signal, too much volume. I got that sorted out. So there's a little bit, but it's okay. God, dang it! No, I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, let's see if I can. 1, 2, 3, 4. I turned down my volume just a little bit. How's that? Because I just want to make sure that there's no crackling. It's like, don't let me go for an hour. There's crackling, because that just annoys the hell out of me. Because I can't hear it on my hand. Sounds better? Okay. I turned down the mic volume just a little bit. Dang it. No, don't let me run the show clipping like that and crackling. That's not good. I got gravel in my voice, and that's all you should have is just gravel. The gravel's fine. I can't do anything about that. That's just the way it is. She says it's still there, though. Ah, dang it. Son of a mother. I don't know what it is. We were running crystal clear 8 months and change. We were still running it. So just a little. This sucks. Suck it. Okay, let me see here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Turn this down just a little bit. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. I don't know. Okay, turn this down just a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I turned the volume through the streaming software. I turned that volume down a little bit again. You let me know whether or not I'm cracking up at the end. Yeah, I'm a perfectionist. I know when if I'm listening to a show, I want it to hear pretty good. Betterish. Jesus. Betterish. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, let's turn this down just a little bit more again. Betterish. What the hell betterish means? Oh, goodness. Betterish. 1, 2, 3, 4. How's that? Is that better? Okay. I turn the volume down just a bit again on the output. But see, I don't want it. I hate what I hate not being able to talk. I hate watching a show and they got the volume turned down so low that I got to turn my volume all the way up. Oh, talk for it got better a little. Okay, talk for it. What the hell? Oh, Okie talk for it got better a little. Okay, I'm like, holy, what the hell is she saying? Okie talk for it got better a little. Okay. So hopefully this is better than it was. Better than it was. Better, bit better. Bitter, bitter, batter. Batter, better. Okay, let's try this. Go down a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. We bring it a little closer. Hey, hey there. Hey there. How's this? Am I crackling okay? You son of a mother. Okay, goodness gracious. How was that? Hey, Allie. Hey, you're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be talking with your son. Judy says we need people to talk. Too much pressure on me. Yeah, now you know. Now you know how Laurel feels. And then he gets tired of typing and he goes in the Zoom room. Allie says my son called me early. Well, good. Hope the conversation went well. Hope it went well. You missed my rant this morning about people not listening to what I'm saying. Did I say this morning? God, no. Earlier in the show, not this morning. What the hell? Excuse me, long day. Hey, that's Brett. Dang. What are you doing on the show, Mr. Brett? Allie says extremely well. He is doing so good. I'm glad. I am glad. Mr. Brett. Brett, you don't normally come to the show, do you? Dreading Monday. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Yeah. How are you? Who are you talking to? Me? I'm fine. A little stuffed up. Went to Lake Winnipesaukee yesterday. The missus was very disappointed, and I got to agree with her. We hadn't been up there all year, and Alton Bay is our favorite place to go there in Winnipesaukee, because it's easy to get in and out of. You're above the water, so you're looking down, so you're doing okay. Boats come in and out, so you have something to view. It's nice. The wind isn't usually too bad. It's nice. And the people are usually friendly. Well, ain't nobody said hi. People just glanced at us and walked on by. Not usual. And I got to say, most of the people they were speaking other than English. So you had French, you had Spanish, you had some Eastern European dialects, you had a bunch of Asian dialects. It's like, what the hell? Now, I understand that Winnipesaukee is a tourist. Brett says audio is a little choppy. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what's up with that. But it was just weird. It was just weird. So we had got home. Well, on our way home, there was an accident that happened right up in front of us. It just happened. We didn't see it, but it just happened. So kind of helped take care of that for a little bit. Made sure everything was okay, and ambulance and everything was on its way, and there wasn't anything that I needed to do. And then I went on my merry way. But yeah, she's like, oh, don't take this the wrong way, but I didn't have a good time. Yeah, they were cold up there. So if I'm going to go and sit by a lake and play, well, hell, I don't need to drive over an hour to get there. I can go down to Massabesic. It only takes me half an hour. I can watch the sailboats. It's a pretty lake. People seem to enjoy the music a lot better down there. So, yeah, that's that. So, yeah, spent the day yesterday at Alton Bay. And then this morning, well, early afternoon, just before noon, I took for a ride and went the back roads. Yeah, Brett goes, it's good to have gone. Now you don't need to go back. Yeah, now I like Wolfboro too, but the missus doesn't like it there because it's hard to find parking, and she doesn't walk too good anymore. And it's just uncomfortable for her and a lot more people. So we like Alton Bay, but we got no problem there at Mad Basic. You can just go on there, park the truck, get out and set up, within, 20, 30 feet of the truck. Done deal. And it's quiet, and the folks are friendly enough. Like I said, they appreciate the music, and that's fine. I didn't do so good yesterday playing. I did okay. Not like I did last weekend. Last weekend, I was on fire. Hey, Peggy. She says, hey there, just finished up my grandson's birthday party. Good time. Hey, happy birthday. Happy birthday. And welcome to the show. Audio is still a little choppy. I have no idea what the hell's wrong with it. That's just weird. Shouldn't be choppy. I lowered the bit rate. I turned down the mic volume. Goodness gracious. Let me see here. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Let me turn this down again. 1, 2, 1, 2. How's that? I'm going to keep talking. I lowered the mic again. If it's too low, I'll just turn this up a little bit, I guess. I don't know. You let me know. You let me know whether or not I'm still choppy. I'm trying to get it good for y'all. Yeah, if you're gonna read my content on Facebook, read my content. Stay on topic. Don't argue shit that I ain't arguing. It just annoys me. And like I said, here's another topic. We need to, once and for all, make English the official language of the United States. You cannot believe how many people don't even realize that the English is not the official language of the United States. We don't have any. There is no official language of the United States. Isn't that crazy? There's a handful of countries that don't. Most do. Our founding documents were all in English. Our court system and everything is done in English. It's about time we need to make English the official language of our nation. Well past. An official language helps solidify people. Allie says, I agree with you 110%. That means total agreement and then some. Yeah. It's a common language is a unifier. And in a time where the left is trying to divide us into smaller and smaller groups so they can pit everybody against everybody, we need a unifier. Tonight's coffee, toasted Southern pecan from Cameron's Coffee. Toasted Southern pecan. It is scrumptious. Peggy says, President Trump is trying. Yeah. Next. President Trump is a figurehead. He can't unite shit. He's a figurehead. Figureheads come and go. And figureheads, as I wrote, they ride the wave of politics. They don't create shit most of the time. Trump didn't create anything. He's a reflection of the times. He's a reflection of the wave. And that's fine. It's not taking anything away from him. It's just giving him exactly what he is and what he isn't. And Trump's going to be gone. 3 years, Trump's going to be gone. The people need to unify. And the people need to unify. Again, common language is good. I know it would be a hard sell now. It wouldn't have been a hard sell his first term because he had the advantage. But they always let it pass. That's the problem with the dang Republicans. They let everything pass. When they have the majority, they play nice. Drew says, Vance, 2028. Yeah. So far, he'd get my vote. I think there's better folks suited for the job, but yeah. I don't have too many issues against him. I'm a pragmatist. I'm a pragmatist. But yeah, the people need to get together. The people need to get together. And I'd say, again, rule of law, and against the wacky left, as in the radical left, the modern left. Look, if you're not a conservative, fine. If you're a centrist, fine. If you're left of center, fine. But you don't need to be a whack job. Like I pointed out time and time again, it used to be in this country, right, center, and left agreed on dang near everything. They certainly would fucking agree on a boy is a boy and a girl's a girl. That was a no shit moment. There was a lot of no shit moments. How about this again? Used to be, hey, when we were growing up, check this out. You couldn't tell the political affiliation of a person that lived inside a house that had an American flag flying out front. You couldn't tell. They Democrat or Republican. Don't fucking know. Because they all flew the flag. We've become so polarized with the radical and modern left dictating terms that everything is thrown on its head. Stop it. Used to be we agreed on dang near everything. Everything that mattered. And then we had social issues that were a little bit different. We had spending issues that were a little bit different. Legal issues that were a little bit different. Yes. Yeah. But the majority of things, yeah, we all agreed on it. Boys are boys, girls are girls. I was even old school. I oppose girls on boys teams, period. Period. When there's a lot of conservatives out there to call on that, and they're like, ooh, no, because little Susie she doesn't have a team to do this. Tough shit. She shouldn't be playing with boys. Boys and girls should only play a intersex league pre-puberty, like they used to have. Because boys and girls up into time of puberty, even though boys were still stronger, there was less a difference in strength till they hit puberty. There's still some, but less so. So you had teams with boys and girls, and they played against teams with boys and girls. What do you call that? It's late. It's late here. I'm tired. What do you call those teams that have boys and girls on them at the same time? Come on, help me out here. See, I'm trying to get you all active in there. Co-ed. Thank you. Brett says co-ed. Co-ed team. Yeah. And, third grade, fourth grade, maybe, fifth, maybe, depending on the sport. But you get into fifth, sixth grade, yeah, no. Boys teams and girls teams. Oh, but the girls don't have this team. Don't care. Life sucks. Life ain't fair. And I said, you just watch. And it's like, no, 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 it'll never happen. I said, you watch. It's the same thing as women getting into men's spaces. You just watch. You just watch. They're going to be everywhere. And then suddenly the tables are going to turn. And the guys are going to want to be in the girls' spaces. What the fuck are you going to say then? See, I'm an equal kind of guy. I'm a realist, but I'm an equal kind of guy. You want to play equal? We're going to play it equal. If you're not going to play it equal, then don't play it equal. It's that simple. I don't care if Susie is just a place kicker on the football team. Don't care. She has no business being on that team. You might as well say, oh, okay, well, Johnny is only a goalie on the girls' soccer team. You'd have a shit fit. Stronger, faster. You know, are you freaking kidding me? Brett says, "Good job, feminists. Now men are now men are the best women." Yeah, it's crazy. And I warned about this stuff. I said, no, don't allow those girls on the boys' teams. I'm sorry, there's no boys' team. There's always been sports that girls had that guys didn't have. Guys weren't playing field hockey. The girls were playing field hockey. And that's a male that... You don't think that field hockey is a dude sport? It was. It was before girls started playing it. That's a dude sport. That's basically lacrosse played on the ground. But the way we broke it down is girls played field hockey normally. Guys played lacrosse. Both guys and girls played soccer, but usually not on the same team. They had two different teams. Judy says, you were saying that many years ago before it all came to be. I remember those conversations. Right. Yeah, some people have been following me I've been doing this steady, full time for over a decade. And I've been making warnings. Said, you watch, you watch, you watch. Oh, the Cowboy's just sexist. I'm a fucking realist. You're gonna want. And now what are we saying? Oh, men want to be in girl spaces. Men want to be in female spaces. Dude, you might have been around when the whole Boy Scouts thing went down the shitter. Really? Yeah, there is no more Boy Scouts anymore. It's got a different name, but they ran with Boy Scouts for a while after they started allowing girls. No, I'm sorry. You want to do what the Boy Scouts are doing as a girl? Change the Girl Scouts. That's why you got the Girl Scouts. There's nothing that says Girl Scouts can't do the same shit the boys are doing, but there was a reason the boys were with the boys. Boys don't act the same when they're around girls. Men don't act the same when they're around females. There's a time and a place for it. There's a time and a place for it. There's a time and a place for boys and girls to be together. There's a time and a place for men and women to be together. But you know what? There's sometimes a time and a place for women to just be around women and men to just be around men. Again, I guarantee you, men do not act the same around females as they do around a group of guys. If you don't think so, you're a fucking retard. I'd throw that in there. Yes, with the expletive in there. Retard. Yeah, then you don't know anything about men and women. You don't know anything about men and women. That's why a group, you watch, and I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen time and time again online. Remember, we used to have, and before social media was social media, remember we had like internet forums and stuff like that? You just went to a website. It was an internet forum, and you talked your stuff and you posted it, and you could do it sort of real time, but it wasn't really real time, but it sort of. Didn't matter what the group was. Doesn't matter. Hunting, fishing, paintball, uh, football. It doesn't matter what it is. If the group started out with guys and you interjected one female into the group, you watch the whole dynamic start go to shit. Happens. Allie says, Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts still around in the area Jim and I live. The Girl Scouts sell the cookies and the Boy Scouts sell the popcorn. Yeah, but I think officially the Boy Scouts have I think it's a different name. Scouting USA? Is it they call it Scouting USA? Yeah, we still have them around here, but they allow girls in it. And they shouldn't. That's the same as there should not be female den mothers for the Cub Scouts or for the Boy Scouts. Shouldn't be. Should all be males. Males. In the same way with the Brownies and the Girl Scouts. They still call them Brownies. The Brownies was the precursor. When you start out first, you were a Brownie. Then you became a Girl Scout. Should all be females. That way boys and girls learn dynamics within their own social group, away from the other gender. Again, there's perfect time for mixing. Absolutely. So you get summer camps and stuff like that. Judy says, I was a Girl Scout. We learned how to bake and things like that. It was fun. Yeah. But if you want the curriculum to do exactly what the boys were doing, we want to know how to shoot arrows and we want to know how to make a log fort or whatever the hell the boys are doing. You can do that. Nothing was stopping the girls from doing that. You don't need to be a Boy Scout to do that. Change your curriculum. But you do it around girls. He says, I was a Brownie in the 80s. Then I quit because our leader was a bitch. Everyone, that happens. That's exactly what happens. Yeah. And Judy says, exactly. Yeah. I wasn't a Boy Scout. I could damn near do everything they did. I grew up poor. So I was just a country boy. I just learned that shit because we did it. But before I was in the Army, when I was an early teen, I was in the Civil Air Patrol. But no, I did not join the Air Force. Civil Air Patrol is a civil auxiliary of the Air Force, focusing mainly on search and rescue and stuff like that. They do disaster response, and they learn military etiquette, and they learn drilling, and customs and courtesy. So they learn how to march, and they learn how to fly, and they learn how to use the radio, and they learn how to do search and rescue, and first aid, and stuff like that. Yeah. CAP. That's right. The Cowboy was a cap. CAP. Civil Air Patrol. I think it started up, World War II? I think Civil Air Patrol started in World War II. Allie says, you are a badass. Yeah. Why? What do you mean I was a badass? Well, I am, but... Oh, goodness. Hey, Allie, have you been... Of course, you've been to my page. You've been to my Facebook page. You read up the... Who is the Whiskey Cowboy post? Because everybody asks all. It's like, what? Why am I listening to this guy? Well, you don't have to. She says, kinda. You've kinda read that one? It goes over who I am. Gives a brief history of my who I am. Because I was tired of trying to wing it off the top of my head. I'll go over it more thoroughly. Yeah, it's just a. In short, I'm a former soldier, police officer, poor country boy. Done a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Owned several businesses over the years. Try to pay my bills. Confidant. I am a scholar of the human condition. Psychology and people fascinate me. And when you know this stuff, you can navigate the world a little bit better and you can actually influence a little bit better, especially on a one-on-one. It's like nobody treats me in person like they treat me online. It's like, well, no. Cowboy, you're 6'4", and you're yes, I am. That's just the way it is. Just the way it is. But I treat people nice. I'm friendly. I got a good sense of humor. I like to laugh. We do a lot of laughing on the show. And if you're around me in the real world, you do a lot of laughing too. Laughter is good medicine. Good medicine. But I don't put up with shenanigans. I don't put up with hogwash. I don't like to be wrong. So I make sure that I'm right. And if I don't know, I'll just say I don't know. Peggy says on the flip side, Liam Thomas and Brittany Griner are learning that they can't barge into women's sports because they weren't good enough. Yeah. Yeah. Allie says, your wife is a lucky gal. My dad is a lot like you, and so is Jim. Yeah, well, I don't know. She puts up with me. she puts up with me. Laurel said her husband was a lot like me. I'm pretty old school. Oh, the missus is pretty old school, too. People think I'm less old school than she is. Boy, you want to get her going. Watch a gal ride a motorbike by her. she just flips out. That's not right. That's not right. She needs to be on the back with her man driving that thing. Like, baby, it's okay. It's okay. As long as the bike's not too big, as long as it's right size, I'm fine with it. Oh, she's funny. She is funny. She's a hoot. Yeah. She likes people. She hates people. I say she's antisocial. She's not antisocial. She is anti-idiot. She's worse than me. Look, I've been trained. I got training. I know how. I have interpersonal communication skills. Yes, that's such a thing. There's actually courses you can take. And we have to learn these things. I'm good at it. She has none. She can never play poker. Man, if something just doesn't sit right with her, you look at her face and it looks like she just smelt the biggest woof of shit that you've ever seen. She just it's like, yeah, baby, no, it's okay. I got this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she got no poker face. Now she won't say anything. Not like that. See, I'm the type, I'll say something. Okay, let's get it out. And she won't say anything. But oh my goodness. There's been so many times I looked over and go, you're just going to get me in trouble. I'm gonna have to hurt somebody now because because you just gave them. Are you a fucking retard? Look. She got no patience for sweetest gal. She is so she's not Swedish. It's the sweetest. She's a sweet lady. Heart of gold. Heart of gold. She just the older that we get, the less she she cares to be around idiots. And it's just the way it is. And it's like, but I can handle it. I'm a big guy. She's never got me into anything I couldn't get out of. That's not a that's not a problem. But yeah, she's a good gal, and like she's a what you drinking tonight? It's toasted southern pecan. Toasted southern pecan from Cameron's. Sorry, I mentioned that a few times earlier in the show. You weren't in yet. Toasted southern pecan from Cameron's. It's good stuff. But yeah, my wife, she does not dress like this. she doesn't dress like this. No. she's an old school New Hampshire country gal. She likes sweatshirts. Got herself another hooded sweatshirt. She's a sweatshirt gal. Likes her Crocs. I can't stand Crocs. She likes her Crocs. Just slacks. Casual shirt. Likes her hooded sweatshirts. And, not big on jewelry. I mean, she got some. That's fine. But that's not what makes her tick. Which is fine. Because I don't like spending money. Oh, goodness. I really don't. I don't like it. Forever. We've been married a good long time. We had a bunch of kids. They range from our youngest is 25, and our oldest is 42 or 43. Somewhere. I don't know. I keep forgetting. And then they fan out. Most of them in their 30s. No, thank you. She can't get rid of me. Dang it, I tried. He just never won't go away. Never won't go away. That's double negative. He just won't go away. Or he never goes away. You can't add the two together because that sounds retarded. That's goodness gracious. Oh my. Yeah. My kids are all over the place. Most of them are up here. Not all of them. You look too young to have 40-something. Thank you. Thank you. The folks know the story of me and my oldest. We used to go out. People thought that this was a good one. Me, my oldest daughter, and my youngest daughter out in public. They think that we're the family unit. That's back when when the youngest was, just a little kid. It's like, no, no, their father. Stop it. My goodness. Had a guy the other day on Facebook, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm a few years old. I got something like I got a couple years on you, and I remember back when this and this and this, and he was talking about the 80s. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Thank you." Oh my goodness. Judy says after the grandkids, it's harder to keep up with the kids' ages. Yeah, I don't even try. The youngest, that's what I do. Because she was born in 2000, so that's easy. It's like, oh, how old is she? Well, what year is it? Oh, it's 2025. Okay, she's 25. That's easy. And you go, folks who have been following my show know this. Me and the missus, we have this thing. And that's why I feel, hey, you know, my wife's 41. They're like, ooh, hey, congratulations. I said, yeah, she's been 41 for over 2 decades now. Oh, goodness. Yeah, we stopped counting. Like, fuck it. No. Does it matter anymore? I don't know. It's Sunday. That's why it's Sunday. But yeah, you get past a certain age, you're like, I don't know. I wake up in the morning before I start moving, and it's like, man, I feel like I'm 25. Hey, this is great. I'm feeling good. Yeah. And then I swim myself over the edge of the bed, step out on the floor, and I'm like, oh shit. No, these ain't the knees and hips of a 25-year-old. What the hell? Roll your ankle over. It's like, I just took a step. Why am I rolling my fucking ankle? This isn't right. That's not good. Stop it. I got out of bed. Lord, I think it was last month. I moved my legs out of bed, and I set them down on the floor. And I go to get up, put some weight on it. My legs buckled. I'm on the ground. What the hell was that? Who the hell took the ground out from underneath me? It's like, holy Toledo. Man, I can imagine if I had to get out of bed real quick like that, I'd have killed myself. I'd have been like headlong into a dresser or something. Brett says it's always good to wake up before I start moving. Or have your morning pee. Oh my goodness. How about this? Young folks don't, you get past a certain age and you go, okay, we're talking about the morning pee. We're talking about the midnight pee. Judy goes, the golden years. Yeah, no shit. The midnight pee. You know when you're dreaming and you're peeing, okay? And you know, fuck, and it just hits you. I'm dreaming. I shouldn't be peeing. Because you know that if you're peeing in your dream, there's a good fucking chance that you just piss all over your bed. So you wake yourself up real quick. just feel around. Oh, did it happen or not? And when it's just like, whew, okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. Get your ass up out of bed and go pee. Don't be playing those games. Don't be playing those games. Because you're always having a good pee in your dream too. You're just like, oh, this feels so good. Oh, like I said, there's, pee danger. Wake the fuck up, get up and go to the bathroom. I don't care how good the dream is. Get yourself up. Wake up. But like I said, you never know what we're going to talk about on the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Never. It's going to be real. It's going to be honest. It's probably going to be funny. It ain't funny pissing yourself. It's not. Just like nobody likes to admit it. Everybody here is shit themselves. Everybody. You get past a certain age. You did not make it past that age without shitting on yourself at least once. At least fucking once. You've shit yourself. I'll give you a good, I'll do it. I'll show you the Cowboy's humanity. I was sick as a dog. Sick as a dog. And I forgot what I was going to do, but I had to go someplace, and I was sick as a dog. I'm talking about, like both ends just exploding all the time. And I had to go someplace, and I just left the dooryard, and I sneezed and I shit myself. I was mad. Like, I was sick. I mean, I was really sick. When I turned around and I got home, I was not happy. Took care of that, but whatever. But yeah, everybody past a certain age, there's things that happen to us. Your body, snap, crackle, and pop. Brett says, wake up wet. Hey, someone pissed my pants. I'd sort of done that, like if you're running a really hot fever and just sweat all over the place, so you're just sticky wet. And I woken up like that and thought maybe I'd pissed the bed. I hadn't. I just sweated out. Still scary. It's still scary. It's like, oh man. But yeah, when you get past a certain age, there's a lot of this glamour shit from your younger years, and it's like, yeah, it doesn't quite work like that. We've been through things. We've been through things. We're all humans. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are. You can be Angelina Jolie. You can be Brad Pitt. You can be, that other guy that played the Pirates of the Caribbean, the guy I seem to like. And I don't think he's aging well. Johnny Depp. Yeah, he was cute when he was younger. But, yeah, all of these people, they all got the same foibles. We're all humans. They just have more money. They wake up in bad moods. Yeah. Yeah, Johnny Depp. You wonder why they can't stay together? Well, because they're people. They're people. They're just like you and I. They're out there, and it's, oh, gee, here's somebody they give me the twitchels, and I get the woodies and stuff, and it's okay. That shit wears off. You better have something more than that. And that's good. Excuse me. It's needed. Yeah, it's needed. But you better have something more than that. And if you don't, well, there you have it. Like, oh, they had their acts together. They're beautiful people. They're this and they're that. It's like, yeah, they're just like you and I. They just got more money. They have a different job. Judy says they can fix their face Botox, but their body is still old as hell. Allie says Sam Elliott still looks good. Yeah. I don't know. I've seen recent pictures of him. He looks kind of gone. You know who I think still aged well is same generation. Magnum PI, the hell's his name? He does the reverse mortgages now. He was in the Thin Blue Line or something like that TV show. And Quick Down Under. Come on, help me out here. I should know this guy. Tom Selleck, thank you, Allie. Thank you. Tom Selleck, he aged pretty good. He aged good. Sean Connery aged good. Sam Elliott, yeah. I'm aging okay. I mean, we did the numbers game. We'd already said that. It's like, I put up about that most women think they're not. And then we brought up Taylor Swift was the point of contention. She's average. She's average. I was pointing out average is good. It's good enough. Since when has average turned into a fucking insult? That means what most people look like. Not everybody. Women rate themselves as a whole higher than average. Men rate themselves lower than average. And women rate most men lower than average. How the fuck can that happen? You can't have most men looking below average. You don't know what average means. you just you don't know what the term means. So we had a bunch of snippety gals come on in, and they tried to, hey, guy, you're a 0 or a -1, or somebody said I was a 2, or it's like, you evidently know absolutely nothing about me, because I say I'm about a 3. I clean up to a 4 on a good day. You're not hurting me by calling me a 2. Judy says Clint Eastwood looks rough, but he's in his 90s. I love old Clint. Yeah, Clint Eastwood did good until probably about 10 years ago. But yeah, he's like really old. He's a lot older than people think he is. He's pretty old right now. I'd give him, mid 70s to mid 80s. He was still doing okay. But he's old now. Peggy says, I wish that my parents would have given me a heads up on what's coming. Yeah, well, it is what it is. Brett says, Clint is the man. Yeah. But, yeah, so, trying to say Dick Van Dyke. Yeah, I didn't follow him. As I say, I cannot speak intelligently on that topic. I can't. He's nearing 100. Well, yeah, I'd say he is. Yeah, I know how old he is. I just don't know how he looks. And then there's some beautiful women out there that aged wonderfully, but they don't look like they're 20. And they're not over Botoxed. Just let it go. I forget her name. She's a British actress, and she's gotten a lot of roles in the recent past, playing her age. She played like a spy in a spy movie or something like that. She says that she thought Dick was dead. I think she played in Red. Was it in Red? I think she played in Red. What the heck is her name? Let's see if I can find it. Cast of Red. Yeah. Helen Mirren. Yeah, there's Helen Mirren. Yes, Helen Mirren. She's aged very well. See, the problem is when, and a lot of times the guys that played sex symbols when they were younger, they have a problem transitioning when they get older too. Because honestly, not everybody's going to be a Clint Eastwood or a I was going to say Robert Duvall, but Robert Duvall's always been Robert Duvall, even when he was younger. He's looked about the same. He aged well, but he wasn't really a sex symbol. But he always had that sort of a look. He played an attractive person, but not a great-looking person, if that makes sense. He had a lot of charisma. But Sean Connery, most men aren't going to do that. They're not going to be Tom Selleck. You're just not. So it's hard for them to switch gears. Men too. Hard for them when they look when you're in 40s and 50s. You're not going to get the roles you had that you were playing a 25 to 35-year-old hot stuff. Doesn't mean you can't be attractive. It means your role is going to be different. We've talked about this on the show too. How women's worth biologically is spent when they're young. Okay, they're more apt to have healthier and more children when they are, let's say, 14, 15 on up to 30. Allie says Hugh Jackman and Keanu Reeves are age. I disagree on Keanu Reeves. He is an ugly father mucker. And he doesn't help himself with that beard choice that he's got. But it is what it is. Now, Hugh Jackman, he's okay. He's okay. Hugh Jackman's looks, on the other hand, vary the same way as his fitness. Vary a great deal. What role he's playing and stuff like that. But he's overall, he's a good looking guy. Allie's laughing. Judy says Lucille Ball was beautiful even when she was older, in my opinion. Yes. What's her name? Betty White. Betty White's another classic beauty, and she aged well. Good genes. And then you get people that were gorgeous when they were young, and then you go, you shouldn't have. Judy says, oh, I loved her. Yeah. I'm going to throw it Dolly. Dolly shouldn't have. I would have liked to see how Dolly aged naturally, because I think that what she did with surgery, trying to capture what she used to be, has ruined her looks. But that's just me personally. I'd have loved to see the way she just aged naturally. But yeah. Here's another controversial thing I like to throw out here. James Dean, he wasn't shit. I didn't enjoy his acting. I think that he was a whiny little Brando wannabe. Never cared for his acting. And the only reason why he's so famous is because he died young. His star was rising and he died. Pamela Anderson, yeah, hideous. Got to say it. Don't find her attractive at all. Allie says, I love Lucy as well. And I watched I Love Lucy. Yeah. Allie says, I agree. Okay, you got to say what you're agreeing, because I don't know what you're agreeing on. Her looks awful now. Yeah. And here's the thing. I don't think she has to look bad. I think she's embracing growing old, and she's doing it in a way to try to make a statement. Oh, she's comfortable. No. Yeah, girl, you might want to use just a little bit of makeup. Just a little bit. It says, my wife wanted me to ask. Oh, about Pam? Yeah. Not a thing. See, I never thought she was that great anyways. I got it. Yeah, she's looking, but I never got it. Here's another thing here's somebody that I never thought was good looking, and people are like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Never saw it. And I can't think of her name. I can tell you who she's famous for. I can't think of her name. Oh, Allie says what you said about about James Dean. Yeah, I thought he sucked. He's only famous because he died young. That's it. But, okay. Linda Carroll. Wonder Woman. You know, from the original TV show. Is it Linda Carroll? What the hell's her name? Linda? Is it Linda Carroll? That's how much I care about her. And oh, she was so hot. No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. Linda Carter. Thank you, Allie. Linda Carter. Never thought she was attractive. I didn't get it. No, I get it. She had a weird bobblehead head. She got round head, skinny little neck, big boobs. Didn't really have much of an ass. Had some hips and an itty bitty waist. That's all she had. She looked like a Barbie doll. I just didn't see it, and her face was out of proportion for me. Just something wasn't right about it. So I never thought she was good looking. Now, if you were going to go for that sort of look, I don't know her name, but she was the who? Linda Carter? Wonder Woman. Da, 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 da. You know the original TV show. Linda Carter, Wonder Woman. Judy says I thought she was pretty. I did with Barbie dolls. Yeah, it just didn't work for me. Okay, now if you were going to go for somebody like that, I don't know the gal's name, but remember the original Charlie's Angels, the brunette there. I think she would have made a better Wonder Woman. She was in proportion, and she had the brunette hair and stuff like that. Didn't care for the blonde. I mean, she was pretty, but didn't care for her. I like the Tom girl. You know, the one with the straight hair. I liked her. But objectively speaking, I thought the brunette was better looking. But I thought the same thing on Gilligan's Island. I thought that the Marianne, she was the brunette, right? I thought she was better looking than Ginger. Now the professor was a good-looking guy. Why they didn't fight over the professor is beyond me. Judy says Lois. I don't know her real name. Yeah. Yeah, so, and you know, looks are subjective. But I never got the Linda Carter thing. I was like, yeah, no, it's not working for me. Judy said she absolutely loved Charles Angels. Hey, did the volume get louder or did my ear just clear up? Kate Jackson, the brunette in Charles. There we go. Kate Jackson. Yeah. She just had a very classic beauty. Just a very classic beauty. I wasn't a Bo Derek fan either. And didn't like her face. Yeah, is what it is. Oh well. Yeah, now I suddenly hear the fan back. Allie says Jim knows his TV shows from the 70s and early 80s. Yeah. There's a lot of them out there. A lot of them. Man, there was a shit ton of really weird shows in the 70s and early 80s. Yeah. We've had shows almost dedicated to that. We go online and find the trailers for them, and you know, it's just weird. Judy says sound is much better to me. Well, that's good. Now I think my ear might have been clogged because now it's way louder in my ear, and I didn't do anything. I just took a drink, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, we have shows and we talk about movies, and sometimes we spend just on music, just on music. You never know. You never know. What's Jim doing? Is he there? Is he cooking? Or is he skipping the show today? Do not know. Don't know. He's playing video games and listening to me. Video games? My God. Video games. He playing Candy Crush? You playing Candy Crush, Jim? The hell? He goes, no, I'm playing a manly game. I'm playing Tetris. You like that? That was my that was the Cowboys Tetris impersonation. Flippity flop, flippity floop. God, dang. He says, Allie's going, no. Gilsh Impact on PlayStation. I have no earthly idea what the hell that is. Judy says, Bruce Willis. I love watching his movies and his TV series. Bruce Willis aged pretty good until he got sick. Yeah. Jacqueline Smith. Jacqueline Smith, yes, on Charlie's Angels. Thank you, Jacqueline Smith. Not Kate Jackson. Jacqueline Smith. Hey, Allie. It's Jacqueline Smith. Yes. I didn't think Kate Jackson sounded right. Jacqueline Smith. Yeah, I could have picked that name out in the roster, but Allie says, neither do I, because I don't play video games anymore. My youngest, back a couple weeks ago, she's like, oh, they got their Wii up and running. Well, it's not. They're playing Wii games on another system. It's weird. I don't know what they're doing. It's weird. We used to play Wii, and then we had Sega Genesis. That was I was a Sega man, and we played things like ATV Off-Road Fury, and it was like Mutant League Football. That was funny. Judy says, I don't know how I got Lois. I don't know. My goodness. Yep. We were supposed to have a get together this summer up here down in Pisaki. But then I ended up spending 8 months selling firearms. That didn't happen. Now I'm back. If folks want to have a get together sometime this fall, now it doesn't mean just you. Most of you people are too far to drive. But if you're in New Hampshire and you want to get together, might even be able to go canoeing. If you want to go canoeing with the Cowboy, you let me know. If you want to get together, let me know. We'll see what can happen. Robert says, Pong was the first video game we had. Now, my cousin, I'm trying to think of whether it was actually even called Pong. I'm not sure if it was called Pong or not. But they had a single game console, and you had sliders, and you just bing, bing, and you played tennis. And then you could just get your... it got harder because you got the smaller little things, and you just bopped it back and forth. Atari, this wasn't Atari. This was a game system all unto itself. Allie says, Jim is rattling off actors and actresses off the top of his head because he watches a lot of movies and TV shows from the good old days. You play your video game. You were too good to join our conversation, Jim. You keep playing your I don't know what the hell it is. What type of game is it? Is it a first-person shooter? Is it a car game? Is it? I don't know. What kind of a game is it? Yeah, my friends grew up and they had Atari. They all had Atari. Got the joystick on it, and the little button. Atari. I didn't have it. Like I said, I didn't have a TV in my house until I was dang near a teenager, and it was just a black and white. Allie says, I love the original Nintendo. It's like a first-person battle game. Oh, it's like a first-person battle game? Oh, okay. Something like that, very futuristic. Well, it's gay. Are you gay? it's like, Jim's going, gay? What the hell? Stop it. Brett's, I was like 1977, 78. Pong had two knobs, and that's all it did. Yeah, it might have been Pong. It was something like it. And it was two lines, or line over here and line over here and line down the center, and it's like tennis, and you could choose your speed and how long the lines were. Was that it? Judy says, I loved Atari. Nintendo was great. Stay up all night long and beat Mario. Hey, it's a family show, Judy. You just stop that. Oh, my collar's doing weird shit. You ever have those shirts? You get one of those shirts. This is one of my shirts. Where it's like, you love it and it's great, but it's got a retarded collar on it. See, now the collar looks good, but you leave it alone for a while and it starts bending and doing weird shit. And there's nothing I do. I used to try to starch the dang thing, and I'd starch it and it'd be fine for about 45 minutes, and then it gets all retarded again. And it just does weird shit. Do you have collars like that? It annoys the hell out of me. Brett says, yep, that shit was the future. Judy says, it's pretty. What, my shirt? It's a yellow shirt. Oh, excuse me, coffee. No, it's a nice shirt. I like it. Too thick for today. It's a rather hot day. This is my fall and winter shirt. It's really thick. I don't know how you call that stuff. It's late. I'm tired. I can't think. I'm trying to pull the words out of my head. It's like felt, but they don't call it felt. What the hell do you call a shit that's like felt? Help me out, folks. It's not felt. Kind of looks like felt. Feels like felt. It ain't felt. Get thick ones and thin ones. I wear my thin ones just like it, but they're thin. The hell is it? What kind of shirt is it? Now you're laughing. Allie's laughing at me. Flannel. Thank you, Brett. Flannel. It's a flannel shirt. It's a flannel shirt. Yeah, that big freaking hard word there. Flannel. It's a flannel. It's a flannel shirt. I love it. It's a great shirt. Fits me good. Got plenty of room. Not too big. Not too tight. I love it. It's one of my favorite shirts. But it's got a retarded collar. And it's not good for hot days. See, my collar looks good now. Now, if I was sitting here talking for another half an hour, it starts doing weird shit again. I keep looking at my camera every once in a while to figure out what's my collar doing. That's stupid. Brett says crazy delay on the text. Yeah, that can happen. That can happen. The color suits me. Thank you. Yeah. I like earth tones. Allie says, you are too funny. What? You think I'm a clown? I'm here for your amusement. Joe Pesci moment in, what was it? The Goodfellas? Peggy says, been fun, but I'm tired. Good night. You're most welcome, Peggy. Thank you for joining the show. Remember, up bright and early in the morning. I got to bring the trash out in the morning. Dang it. Dang it. I got to bring the trash out, and then I'll be posting stuff up online and try to keep things straight. Allie says, no, you're not a clown. Just have a really good sense of humor. I got the best sense of humor. No, you got to laugh. You do that or you just got to end things. Like, oh, I'm laughing at you. That's good. It means you're going to walk out of here. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I like earth tones. I like earth tones. This is a yellow. It's probably showing up a little brighter than it really is in real life. It's kind of a goldy yellow in real life. I like browns, rusts, and earth tones. See, I got my hat. It ain't white. It ain't black. It's, I don't know if it's coffee. It's either coffee. I think it's coffee. It suits me. Judy says, great sense of humor and a complete clown in a fun way. Stop it. Stop it. You're gonna get yourself banned. Look, you've been hanging around this whole time, and now you're gonna get yourself banned. And you're gonna sit at home crying. Said, John kicked me off the show. I can't be on the show anymore because I wasn't a good girl. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. Stop it. Stop it. It's been a long day. Let's hope for a good week coming up. She's like, hey. Allie says, thank you for the laughs, especially after my crappy day at work and dealing with morons after work. You are refreshing. You're most welcome. There's, look, this is the show. This is the way the show is. If I want to do just a show of just all commentary, I mean, I'd do my bullet points to start out with. That's fine. Then I wouldn't do a live interaction. I just know that folks come here, they like to talk. Like I say, it's like a fireside chat with old friends. You sit down here and you can talk, and we see where it's going to go. Sometimes it goes better places than others. But, if you leave the show feeling good and you got rid of some of your stress, then that's good. Judy says, do you work at Walmart? I think she's talking about Allie. Allie, you work at Walmart? Walmart. You got a bunch of characters there. Yes, sir. My goodness. Yes, indeed. Well, good luck to Jim in his game. Allie says no, a very popular thrift store. Savers. You work at Savers? Think of the popular Savers, Goodwill. She goes, no. I thought about applying for loss prevention for Goodwill in their whole New England area. I decided better of it. No Goodwill. No Goodwill. You work for okay, not Savers. You work for Goodwill. I'll give you my gripe about Goodwill, and it's not about Goodwill. Okay, she works Goodwill. It chaps my ass when I see people talking shit about Goodwill. There's all sorts of reason to talk shit about them. That's fine. But when they're like, oh, they're making mega profits off of their stuff, and it's like, I don't care. They're not a charity. It's a thrift store. But they're not a charity. It's a business. It's a freaking business. And I tell you what, some years back, this had been over 20 years ago, I needed a suit. I went to Goodwill. $8. I bought an $800 suit for $8. So shut the fuck up about Goodwill. If you don't like Goodwill, don't shop there. But if you think that they're going to give, and they do, they give away most of their stuff. It's like, holy shit. Alice has been there for 9 years. Jim's been there 13 years. Holy Toledo. Holy Toledo. But yeah, it's a store. It's a store. They're not a charity. But they give, look, if you need something decent to wear, and you don't have a lot of cash, Savers, Goodwill, stores like that, you just go on in there and you get yourself some clothes. And I guarantee you, nobody's going to know that you got them at those places. And even the non-brand stuff, nobody looks at your clothing tag. They don't care whether it's Ralph Lauren or freaking Levi's. They don't care. I don't even know if Ralph Lauren makes jeans, but I was just trying to go one or the other. People don't care. The real world people don't care. So yeah, they can help people out. So I got no problems with them. I got a problem sometimes with some of the way they do their upkeep on their stores. But yeah. Yes, Ralph Lauren makes jeans. See, I'm not a name brand person. Well, I am a name brand, but I'm Wranglers. Hey Wrangler, I got a beef with you. Now you're going to hear the other beef. Wrangler, stop putting so many people in your advertisements that don't wear your clothing. I understand you want to appeal to them. They don't wear your clothing. I'm sorry, if you look like you're from Nigeria and you're all decked out in that stuff and you got dreadlocks and stuff, stop it, Wrangler. Know your base demographic. If you want to show black cowboys, show black cowboys. We all know the difference between a black cowboy and some urban guy or some guy fresh off the boat that's modeling your stuff. Know your target demographic. Alex says, I work in textiles. I've seen almost everything. Yeah. Judy says, I don't do Walmart anymore. I had a good time while I was there. I'm thankful for my job. Yeah. Well, I was thankful for my job, too, for the last 8 months. But, yeah, Brett says, read the room, Wrangler. Yeah. Yeah. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to Wrangler.com and you just start browsing through their jeans and stuff like that. You see what I'm talking about. It's like, really? Really? Again, I got no problems with showing people of different ethnicities wearing the clothing. But you better sell it. This is clearly you're just trying to DEI model this shit. Stop it. Because we all know what a black cowboy looks like. There's nothing wrong with that. Been around forever. A lot of black cowboys out there. But they don't look like they live in Detroit. Allie's laughing. I don't know what you're laughing about. Ellie says, yep, you're right about Wrangler. No, I know I'm damn right about Wrangler. I am a Wrangler 5-star jeans. I don't even buy their expensive shit. That's the cheapest stuff they've got because it fits. I like it. And it doesn't cost me an arm and a leg. I love Wrangler's products. I'm wearing Wrangler pants right now, work pants. I love Wrangler. I know their demographic. It ain't. Stop it. You know what I'm talking about. Again, and we all know what a black workman looks like, what a black cowboy looks like. We all know that. Brett says he used to wear Levi's. They went full anti-Second Amendment. Dead to be now. Yeah, I've worn Levi's a couple times. Wrangler just fits me better. When I was real young, it's like, oh shit. Lee jeans. Lee jeans. Yeah, so no, I can't wear Lee jeans anymore. Allie says, laughing at what Robert said and what you are saying about Wranglers because it's true. Of course it's true. Of course it just irks the hell out of me. It's like, look, I don't go to Wrangler's website to be in Urban 101. And it's not just about the skin tones. It's like, really? Again, we've all seen black cowboys. We've all seen black construction workers. We all see them. You can tell the difference between that and just some. Stop it. Stop. Jordache for me. Yeah, Jordache. Brett and Jordache. That's gay. Brett, that's gay. Judy says Wrangler rules. It's just a country. Yeah, it's just I'm a Wrangler guy. I got Wrangler denim jacket. I got Wrangler jeans. I got again. I'm wearing Wrangler work pants. Allie says, "What about Sydney Sweeney in American Eagle jeans? She looks pretty in the yeah. Okay, I'm gonna bust a lot. I don't think she's that attractive. I think she's attractive. I don't think she's that attractive. There's a difference. You might notice the difference there. I think she's attractive. I don't think she's that attractive. I never got the Sweeney thing. Does she look okay in jeans? Sure. Yeah. At least they didn't put her in, at least that I saw, not ripped jeans. I hate that shit. What the hell? Stop it. Patch that stuff. Allie says, agree. Yeah. No, I am dead honest about everything, folks. And it's not me putting people down. It's just I'm being honest about it. She's a good-looking gal. She ain't all that. There are all that girls out there. There is. She ain't it. Beyonce does not sing country music. Oh, you're racist. No. Give me a break. Give me a break. One of the most favorite songs that I like to play on my guitar is Waterfalls. Shut the fuck up. You go, oh shit, John went old school. Yeah. No. Do your thing, girl. You ain't country. Ain't country. I don't piss off a lot of people. You know, also, Darius Rucker isn't country either. He now sings country music. He ain't country. He sings country music. He does very well. But he ain't country. He just switched genres. He got tired of what he was doing. He just slid on in. I would say he is casual. Casual, maybe country as in not urban, but yeah. A lot of his country songs, you couldn't tell it much different than Hootie and the Blowfish. Pretty much the same songs. No, he's good. I like his music. It's great. He's not country. But he's a good singer. I like his stuff. I'd posted up when the Beyonce thing comes up. I might have to pull it up. I posted up a couple country artists. One was a girl and one was a guy. Two young black artists. Never heard them before. So I went out looking for them. And oh, they are good. They are good. And I posted them up. It's like, that's country. that's country. What Beyonce was doing isn't country. Beyonce was doing country drag. She was a cartoon character. She was doing a spoof on country and claiming that it was real. And they're claiming country. Then all the black people coming in going, oh, well, the black people, they invented country. You freaking did not. Country music was a blend from a bunch of different things. And guess what? Most of the music that the blacks claim as their own wasn't from Africa anyways. So you go to Africa, does it sound like anything that was in the U.S.? No, it doesn't sound anything like what was in the U.S. Well, then why is that if they were all Africans coming over doing it? Well, because they got their musical flavor from the Scottish and Irish poor immigrants. Oh, gee. Do you like Shabuzi? Look. I can find songs that are played on country stations entertaining. Entertaining. And still say it's not country. No. It's like Florida, Georgia state line. It's pop. Santana, I believe, said Beyonce is a good performer, but not the best singer. No, she used to sing better when she was younger, and she's got potential, but she doesn't reach it. She hasn't tried because she fell into a groove. Yeah. Well, Taylor Swift did the same thing. If you go back and listen to some of her country stuff, she actually had a little bit of a range. And then she just kind of fell into the pop. She got in, just fell in. I said that she was barely country when she was country, anyways. I think she had potential, but she doesn't push it. She makes money. She's a commercial artist, and Beyonce is the same thing. She's a commercial artist. She's formulaic, doesn't reach outside of any particular norms, no stretch. It is what it is. And don't think, oh, it's because they're not country. No, I can tell you, I can critique a lot of country people. Here you go. This is what pisses me off. When I listen to a country song, and I can't tell who the artist is, and it could have been one of three people, one of you shouldn't have sung that song. You know, it used to be, you could instantly, boom, you turn on the radio and a country song was coming on, you knew exactly who the hell it was. It wasn't somebody that sounded like somebody that sounded like somebody. You knew exactly who it was. So when you turn on a country song, and you go, is that Kenny Chesney or is it, who the hell is that? Brett says, wife loves Shabuzi. Definitely not pure country, but fun. Yeah, see, the missus, she likes a lot of the modern stuff. To me, it's okay. It ain't country. If I'm in the mood for country, I'll turn it. Boom. Done. I do that all the time. But it's like, that's not country. Yeah, it sounds okay. But if I wanted pop or this, I'd have been in the other stations. If I wanted country, I'll listen to country. So if you're throwing stuff there that isn't really country, it's just fun, I usually look over, well, if she's enjoying it, we normally only listen when we're in the truck. If she's enjoying it too much, I'll put up with it. I'll just go, it ain't country, but baby, you're listening to it, so there you go. But normally it's like, bing, turn station. Jude says, I can't stand Swift. Yeah, she's too, formulaic. And her songs haven't progressed past 16-year-old angst. That's the big thing. Yeah. Judy says, I like Shabuzi. He's definitely not pure country. Yeah. And then you've got Jelly Rolls going in there, too. And it's like, stop. Just stop. Stop. She's woke. Yeah, she's woke. Yeah, but I don't know how much of that is real and how much that is playing to the fan base. Not sure. Oh, here's somebody. I'm going to say it. I'm going to piss off a lot of people right now. Here's somebody. I enjoy his music a couple songs at a time, maybe. And he's a darling in the country music, and he's sort of country. He's country. I'm not even going to tell you who he is. I'm going to see if you can guess who I'm talking about. Country blues. Country blues is where he really shines. But that's about all he does. He's a darling of the industry now. Rising star. Spent most of his career as a backup singer, and then he was convinced to go out on his own. Now, who am I talking about? Brett says, love country, but the very genre is terrible. Unpopular opinion. I don't like Hank Sr. Yeah, Hank Sr. was not a fan of his. A couple songs. Wasn't a big fan of his. Hank Jr. is amazing. Hank Jr. is good. He's good. Yeah, Hank Sr. Yeah, he's a legend. He's a legend, but didn't care for most of his stuff. Now, who was I talking about? Who was I talking about? That's going to ruffle some feathers. Country blues. Rising star. Spent most of his career as a backup singer. George Jones is great. Yeah, the possum is good. You're throwing out people. No, who am I talking about? This is a guy out there now. We don't know Cowboy. Okay, Chris Stapleton. There you go. Chris Stapleton. Long hair, beard. Drinks Tennessee whiskey. Does a pretty good job of it. I like a lot of his stuff. But he sounds like he's taking a shit all the time. Sounds like he's always taking a shit. It's a hard one. And people think, oh, that's soul, that's gritty. That's no. When I'm listening to somebody, I don't want him forced. Judy says, okay, I kind of like him. Yeah, I kind of like him too. I kind of like him. Brett says he's good. Yeah, he's okay. I don't think he's anywhere near as good as people think he is and say he is. Just because it's just that, I'm sorry, you don't need to do that in every song. Stop it. Get some laxatives. You know? Yeah, and sings through those. Again, he's okay. But for me, yeah, I take him in small doses. It's like, oh, whiskey, he thinks better than you. You think? Bet you not. Some folks heard you sing. That ain't bad. Jim said Bruce Springsteen before Bruce Springsteen ain't country. Bruce Springsteen ain't country. Jim, go back to playing your game. Bruce Springsteen. No, yeah, and he sounds like he's shitting all the time too. But I'm not a big Bruce Springsteen fan. The boss. The only one who calls Bruce Springsteen the boss is his bitch. And I mean that just as a loose term right there. He says, I'm iffy about Luke Combs, but I like all of his songs. So I don't know, maybe I should drink another beer. Yeah, there's some out there you go, yeah, okay. Yeah. Brett says, Bruce sucks. How he was ever popular. He was he was riding a wave, and a lot of it was hype made by him. Yeah, I'd never been a big Bruce Springsteen fan. There's very few people that I don't like any of their song. Oh, there's one guy that I don't like any of his songs. Oh my God, I'm harder on him than I am Chris Stapleton. And I called this shit out when he got in the spotlight. And he's a real dirtbag himself. He's a man of the people. He isn't a man of the people. Jim said he started out singing backup for Tina Turner. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Wrong genre, though. Boy, I got so sick and tired of this other guy that I just told people I'm not going to post about this son of a mother ever again because he is playing y'all and he is a flash in the pan and he isn't even that good. My goodness. And he tends to be, oh, he's a man of the right. No, he's not. He's an equal opportunity shitter is what he is. What the hell's his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about? Garth Brooks. No. Not Garth Brooks. No. I got a few words on Garth. Got a few words on Garth. I told you, he was the only country artist that I ever had a signed picture of him in my house. And then he just, oh, Garth. No. Yeah, no. No, this other guy is not a, Garth is such an, and then he had was it Chris Gaines or some shit like that, his alter ego? Fucking Garth, stop it. Oh, here we go. I got the other guy's name. Y'all don't know who I'm talking about? I call him, he sounds like a freaking mule singing. He sounds like a freaking mule singing. Why anybody can think that he is a good singer is beyond me. He sucks. And by all accounts, he's a really terrible person. Oh, but the right glammed on him because they thought he was shitting on the left. And you know, find out how he shits on everybody. Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh, he was a rising star. He ain't gone that far. Eric Church? No. Don't even think that freaking high. This is a one or two hit wonder that the only that in fact most radio stations I don't even think he played. Toby Keith? No. Toby Keith he played a guy on the right, but he was really a lefty. I tried to warn people about him, but I stay clear of Toby Keith because that situation is resolved. No, this is not somebody that has national recognition except for on the fucking internet and for singing. Says no, Toby was cool. No, Toby was a rebel, and he said a lot of right-wing stuff, but he had a lot of left-wing stance. People don't even know. He was an old school Democrat, is what he was. Yeah, he had good songs. He did. As long as he kept the vibrato out. Jim said Justin Bieber. No, this guy is an Appalachian. People aren't listening. Appalachian singer. Came up with a fucking song. Blue collar anthem. Hated the fucking people up north. Became the darling of the right. But he sounds like you're beating the shit out of a mule. People are like, oh, I love his song. He sings so good. He sings from the heart. He's like for every man. No, he doesn't. He's a contrarian, is what he is. And he fucked over a bunch of people with his concerts and stuff like that because he doesn't understand. Oh, you can't just. He wanted to just basically give everybody tickets. It's like, are you freaking kidding me? People have to pay to go to concerts because you got to pay your bill. You want to stay on freaking YouTube and Instagram and sing your songs and record your stuff in your backyard, that's fine and dandy. You want to go play at the state fair? Maybe. But they've got to charge. Yeah, Judy, you got it. You got to charge people. These shows don't run themselves. You've got security, you've got gate people, you got staff, these shows don't run themselves. His buddy, he put him in charge of booking the events, and then he found out how much people were going to get charged, and he threw his buddy under the bus because he doesn't know a damn thing about fucking business and what it takes to run a freaking concert. He's a real piece of work is what he is. And he'll talk shit about everybody. And Judy Oliver something. That's right. His name is Oliver Anthony. Judy says his music is hard to listen to. Yes, he sounds like you're beating the shit out of a mule. He sounds like you're beating the shit out of a mule. Oliver Anthony. Oh, but since he was talking shit about politicians in Washington, D.C., oh, he's the latest darling. He wasn't doing anything that Dylan wasn't doing, and Dylan was a douchebag. And Dylan ain't from the right. Stop it. Oliver Anthony. Man, what a mule sounding. It sounds like you're beating the shit out of a mule. All of his songs, all of them. And I said it out. Done. That's what it is. You guys are going crazy over his music. The guy can't sing. His music is unpalatable. That's why nobody ever fucking heard of him until then. And then he's a manufactured nobody for political purposes. Rich Men North of Richmond. What was his song? Oh, shit. Go to show how everybody's sheeple. Sheeple. Crazy. Oh, shit, folks. He has more than one song? Yeah, he does. He does. And he was going on tours. And everybody wanted him at the show. Yeah, come sing for our political rally and this and that and everything. Jesus. Yeah, he's horrible. Horrible. Again, oh, that's because you can't sing. Yeah, I can sing. I can sing. Oh, goodness. Allie goes, you got Jim laughing pretty good about the reference to Oliver sounding like beating him. Well, tell me I'm wrong. And it's not that I don't like Appalachian music. You want to hear some bluegrass and some Alison Krauss Union Station. Go take a listen to them. You don't have to sound like a fucking beaten mule. He bleats. He bleats. That's what she does. It's horrible. It is freaking horrible. My God. Yeah, I finally had enough of him and said, I'm not going to post about this turd anymore. Oh, Allie says, we have never heard of him, thank God. Oh, you've never heard of him? Oh, my goodness. Oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to play it for you. Oh, my God. They can give me a copyright strike all they want. I don't care. We're gonna play this piece of shit. Here we go. At least some of it. Oh, how about this? How about the Wrangler jeans where the bunch of gay guys walking through the old diner and shit, and it's showing everybody's asses? Oh, I hate that commercial. Dude. Ain't a single wallet in any of those back pockets. Stop it. Ain't real. Stop it. Enough. Because I'm saying it because it just came on. Okay, here we go.
Working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away. Drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame. What the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and not be true, but it is. Oh, it
that's about enough of that fucking shit. Oh my God. Now tell me that doesn't sound like you're just beating the shit out of a mule. Tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, and the message, that had a good message. I don't give a shit about the message. He can't sing. I mean, really? Holy Toledo. I'll get that come through. Tell me that came through. Judy says it was horrible. Dang right it was horrible. Like hitting a damn mule. Hey, Jim, hear that? Allie, see whether Jim heard that song. My goodness. Holy Toledo. Brett said, from what I remember, he always said he wrote his songs for him, not anyone. Yeah, he was a nobody that recorded his shit in his backyard. He wrote for him, and that's fine. And then he was picked up as the darling of the right. He's not a righty. He's just an Appalachian hillbilly that doesn't like anybody. That's not a darling of the right. And he can't sing. He can't sing. Glad he enjoys doing what he's doing, but he sounds like a damn beaten mule. And all of his songs are exactly the same. That's what they sound like. You think he's going to get played on major radio stations? Think he's got any viability in the market? No, he doesn't. He was just a political pawn being passed around. And there's only a few of us that called it for what it really is. And that's what it really is. But Allie, Brett says, I don't like anybody either. Also, I cannot sing. There you go. Hey, maybe we need to record something. I'm going to have to jab you with a fork or something every now and again to get you moving. But Judy says he should have sold it to someone who could sing. Right. Yeah. Because the song has potential. He just can't sing. He bellers. Alicia still hasn't. Allie still hasn't gotten back to me whether Jim heard that. Oh, I'll take a copyright strike on that. No, nah. You just go ahead and take all of the money from this show. She says, read my message above. No, the last one above, Allie, is we have never heard of him, thank God. That was it. That's the last thing I see. Anybody else see anything like that? He says, I do like them. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fine. I got no problem with the message. I got a problem with the messenger, and he can't sing. If I'm going to listen to music, I'd like to be able to listen to it. Text me the words. Just text me the words. That's fine. Oh, maybe you wrote something, Allie. Maybe you wrote something that tripped the filters for YouTube. I've got bass filters. You can't turn them all off. I got bass filters. Well, I can, but they don't allow everything. It's bass filters, so I have no idea what you wrote. Anybody else see what Allie wrote? Judy says, right. Yeah. And then to try to make him out into this great folk hero and hero of the right, it's like, no, he's not. He's not one of you. He's not one of you. You people don't know Appalachia. He ain't one of you. Some might be. He just hates everybody. But yeah, Allie, I don't see anything from you. Like I said, the last one it says is, we have never heard him, thank God. That's the last message before you write. Read my messages above. Nothing there. Anybody else see anything? But you always know I'm gonna be shooting it straight. I'll let you know what I think. You don't have to agree with me, but you know I'm going to be honest about it. And I got my reasons, and I'll give you my reasons, and then you can make up your own mind. You can make up your mind. But yeah, he sounds like a damn beaten mule. Holy shit. I had trouble getting through the song the first time, all the way through. Like, holy crap. He said it involved a cat. Yeah, in a bag and throwing some bees in there. Jeez. Oh yeah, sort of. Yeah, you know when a tomcat's out there looking for some strange, and they're just wallering. Well, I'm letting the other gals know they're looking. Could be something like that. Getting his tail stepped on. Yeah, it does look like that. But we had we get the cats out here sometimes. They'll be by the back door and they're just holy shit. Go away. Go away. Goodness gracious. I mean, there's some people that just can't sing, and you go, well, I get why. Janis Joplin, she can't sing. Oh my God. But she ain't near as bad as Andy Oliver is. He is horrendous. Horrendous. Sounding better than Oliver. Yeah. Yeah. They got feeling too. I like the message. I really appreciate their message a lot. Those cats. Yeah. Speaking of cats, everybody wants to be a cat because the cat's the only cat who knows where it's at. Come on, you know where that's from, huh? Ali said I literally cringed. Yeah, it's pretty bad. He is bad. Now, who knows that song? I've sung more of it. That wasn't really singing a man right here. But okay, who's the worst? Aristocats. Very good, Judy. It's the Aristocats. They're singing about Thomas O'Malley, the Alley Cat. That's the Alley Cat band, and Thomas O'Malley is the love interest. He's the Alley Cat that goes after the other one. Rod Stewart. Yeah. Rod Stewart, yeah, he's not very good. Oh, Jagger can't sing. Mick Jagger can't sing. Loretta Lynn. Excuse me. She's an acquired taste. She's an acquired taste. I don't like most of her stuff. I don't like most of her stuff. Allie, why are you laughing at Judy? It's the Aristocats. Oh, come on, you know the Aristocats. It ain't funny, it's true. Yeah, Loretta Lynn. Yeah, not a fan of most of her stuff. Played a very important role. Played a very important role in country music, but yeah. Oh, she said shoe cat shoe. Oh, yeah. Sorry. don't like Reba. I like some of Reba's stuff. I don't like all of her stuff. I like some of her stuff. I like Reba's stuff when she's not being so Reba. If that makes sense. I like Reba's. She's a lefty too, by the way. Yeah. I like Reba's stuff when she's not so Reba. I think of some other singers that just are not good singers. There's been a bunch of them out there, and you go, holy crap. Now, back in the day, you're talking about way back in the day, you could understand it because most people weren't willing to get up and sing. So whoever was willing to get up and sing, oh, that's who we heard. Judy says she's like Oliver to me. Oh, she ain't that bad. Allie says Reba's a decent comedian. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, but she's a lefty. She is quite the lefty, sadly. I'm trying to think of who else can't sing. Is it Mick Jagger? Rod Stewart? Loretta Lynn. Yeah, I'd throw her in there. Not a fan. Janis Joplin. It's late, so Judy says, I know it wouldn't be popular, but I cringe when I hear her. No, that's fine. I get it. I understand. One of her songs I always can't. Fancy. She's a whore. It's not an empowerment song. The girl's a whore. Her mother turned her into a whore. Springsteen sucks so much ass. Yes, he does. But yeah, you watch the video. She's alone. She doesn't have kids. She has nobody. She just ended up being rich and alone. Allie says most of the really good singers from the 80s died. So now we have the modern ones using auto-tune. Oh, yeah, don't get me started on auto-tune. And don't get me started about know when to retire. I'm not a big fan of listening to live shows. I'm really not. If you're there, you get the vibes and you feel the pressure of the speakers and the people around you, and it's great. There's a lot of singers they can't put on a live show. They can't hit their notes. And it gets worse with age. Now, some do absolutely fantastic. But a lot of them, they don't. Know when to just hang it up. Know when to hang it up. Say no more. Just retire. Because you can't sing anymore. It just annoys me. It really does. Because y'all know me. I'm a perfectionist. I have a lot of grace with people, but I'm honest. But me personally, I'm a perfectionist. It's just why if I can't get this audio right, it's just going to annoy the hell out of me. So I hate seeing people. It's like fighters not knowing when to hang up the gloves. Stop it. Just sports figures, stop it. Just retire. Make a lot of money when you can. Invest it wisely, and then retire. Same way with entertainers. Just freaking retire. Madonna, Jesus. Retire, girl. Goodness gracious. Judy says Springsteen is also nasty. Nothing I liked as a kid is okay anymore. He grosses me out. Yeah. Not a Springsteen fan. At least I agree 100%. Yeah. I'd rather, you know what? I'd rather see an aging entertainer, just go to events and sign autographs and say thank you for helping me in my career and enjoying my music or whatever I did. And leave that. Let's be good. Don't get up on stage and try to act like you're 30 again. Dude, you're 75 years old. You can't hardly even freaking walk. You can't hit the notes. And you're trying to wear clothes that were hot in the 80s. Stop it. Just no. No, dude. No. But they do it. And they're publicists and everybody, they make money, so they're fine. And nobody in their life is going to tell them the right thing and say, come on, just stop. Just enjoy retirement. But that's what it is. Hey, we went an hour over. How many concerts have I been to? I've been to a handful. I've done security concerts too. Back in the day. But, yeah. Brett goes, yeah, you were a legend. Most people will never be able to say that. Yeah, be content and enjoy. Absolutely. Yeah, gracefully. Don't chase that. Don't chase that star that's setting. Don Mellencamp, Little Pink Houses. I hope he's not left. I bet he is. I'm not sure. Yeah, Brett says is very lefty. Yeah, I was pretty sure he was. A lot of the performers were, but they didn't make it the whole. You could hear it in their left back in the day, and what they were singing about is different than the politics of today. And a lot of times they just kept going left and left and left and left and left. Yeah. So I try not to get in politics and stuff. It's like I wish they wouldn't either. Just if you want to do a song, do a song. But don't go on a crusade, because we're not listening to you because they're the great philosopher and political activist or whatever. Just make some good music. He says I've only been to 2 concerts in my lifetime. New Kids on the Block in the early 90s and Nickelback. Yeah. No. Yep, not the type I went to. Excuse me. Never meet your heroes. That's another thing. Never meet your heroes. For me, that's not difficult because I don't have many heroes. I'm a realist about things, so I don't get starstruck. Like I said, Garth Brooks was the only performer that I ever had anything of theirs in my house. And that was it. And it was like, no, that ended pretty freaking quick. Pretty quick. However, if you ever meet me, not saying that I'm your hero, the most common thing said when people meet me is, you're just like you are online. Yes. Yes, I am. God, I couldn't do the act. How the hell could I just do the act and put out all the content that I do and do my live streams and it's just an act, and this isn't me. No, this is me. This is me. Ellie says, I'll meet my hero hopefully when I'm dead. Jesus. Well, that's a good hero. That is a good hero. But you can talk to him every day. And people, John, you're pretty crass for a Christian. I said, yeah, I'm not that kind of a Christian. I'm not that kind of a Christian. I'm a modern Christian. I'm an old school much like some of the disciples were. They were not polished people, to say the least. Brett says, "Amen. Jesus is the only hero." We throw around hero too much. I wrote about that the other day. We throw around words too much; they become meaningless. Hero. If you haven't seen that write-up, it's on Facebook. It's Facebook/The Whiskey Cowboy. And then do a search for hero. And you'll find my writing on it. Allie says, "I pray every day for God to get into my head before I do." I pray every day for God to get into my head before I do. Okay, I think I understand that. She's on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. It's way late here, way early there. I pray, but I pray different. Because me and God had a little bit of an understanding. And the way I believe that he helps people or doesn't, because he's a hands-off kind of guy, is different than most people think. I pray for strength. Strength, clarity, peace. Let me weather the battles and the storms that face me. Give me the strength. I always say, God doesn't give you anything that he doesn't think you can handle. I've often said, well, that's nice, but God, please think a little less highly of me. A little less highly. I could lighten up a bit. Allie says, "Sometimes I don't have a filter with a mouth. I can keep my mouth shut at work." Yeah, that was one of my biggest problems selling guns. Is I had to tone down what I think about a lot of things. But can you imagine buying a firearm for me? This is me. Except I had to tone things down politically and socially, because we're dealing with a bunch of different people. But yeah, but that's that. She says, "I literally talk to God all day, every day, like a best friend." It's prayer, but it's just conversation. That's a lot of times prayer is. If you're asking God to do something for you, get something for you, you might want to reconsider how you pray. But that's up to you. Allie says, "At Judy, heart. Yeah. I'm a stoic by nature anyway, so I pray for strength. Strength, clarity, peace of mind. Try to do the right thing. The right thing isn't always the thing that feels the best. Sometimes the right things is pretty damn. Like I said, I don't always like truth. I speak the truth and I put out the truth, not because I like it, but because it's the truth. Brett says, "Keep up good work, TWC. Thanks for what you do." Well, this is me. This is what I do. It is what it is. But it's freaking late. We're 10 after 11 o'clock right now. 10 after 11. So we went over an hour. We used to do these all the time. So I'm going to have to cut this show down. See you bright and early tomorrow morning on Facebook. And look for my content again, folks listening to the show, or you go to Facebook. If you appreciate the content and the amount of work that I put into things, please consider giving a donation. Simple donation is fine. Monthly helps me budget things better. So if it's $5 or $10 a month at least, that's fine. That helps out. The more the better, but hey, I understand about bills. And you just make priorities and what you think it's worth it, and if you can cut it or not. Judy says that song by Larry Fleek and Morgan Wallen is my song. Y'all should ever listen to it. Allie says, thank you. You are awesome. No, y'all are awesome. But, yeah. That's that. And like I said, I got to cut this short. Good night. Thank you for joining the show. Like, share, subscribe. Get to Facebook. Follow my content there. Go at least once a day. You're going to be missing a lot of crap if you don't. And I will see you Wednesday is the next show. Same time, same place. Let's have a good week. God bless and take care.